Welcome back to Theme Park Thrills, where we're back here to do another rankings video. Now, this is the first ranking videos we've done in quite a while, if we've actually done one. I don't remember. I think we have, but I'd have to check. But we are doing a top 10 ranking video today. So obviously, as you can see, Josh isn't with me here. He didn't have time to come around today, but we thought we should film one more video before we fly out to Europa Park in 2 days' time at the time of recording. So yeah, we thought we should do a video quickly today before obviously flying out and spending a few days over in Germany. So that's all very exciting, and we thought before going to Europa Park and getting on lots of new coasters, we should do a current top 10 of what our obviously top 10 roller coasters are before we go on lots of new ones in Germany. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to do mine, Josh is going to do his, and obviously we'll edit it together that you see both. And then we'll probably do an updated one when we come back from Germany in about a week's time, just under a week. So yeah, we'll do that, and obviously it will, I assumed it will have changed quite a bit, but I suppose we'll find out. I'm sure it will do. So yeah, we're going to cut in between me and Josh. Sorry if we repeat the same things, we don't really plan what each other are going to say. But yeah, so we're going to go through these and we'll see what our top 10 roller coasters in the world are as of now. Right, so we're going to cut in between me and Josh. So I'm going to go first. I'm going to go 10 to number 7, and then I'll switch over to Josh, who will then do 10 to number 7, and obviously we'll work our way down to our number 1. So I'm going to start with 10th place, obviously, and a bit of a controversial one maybe. Obviously we haven't been on loads of roller coasters around the world, so a lot of these are from the UK. That's why it's exciting going to Europa Park soon. But for me, number 10 is the Swarm at Thorpe Park. Now I think Josh and probably a lot of other people here in the UK would have the Swarm a lot higher than number 10. And it only just made it into number 10 if I'm being honest. But it's a good ride, but I don't know, I just find it a bit short. I think it could do an extra inversion or just an extra element really. Yeah, I find it a little bit short, and also I don't know, it is intense. There's only one part where I find it intense, and that is a turnaround over the water on the Swarm. The rest of it is, I mean, it's alright, I think. I don't know. I mean, yeah, the theming's good, don't get me wrong, the theming's very good. I mean, I'm going more off kind of the actual ride experience here. Theming does play a part into it though. And yeah, the Swarm does have good theming. If it didn't have the theming, then I don't think it would be in this top 10. But in terms of the ride experience, I don't know, I'm not a massive fan of it. It's still good, obviously, because it wouldn't be in the top 10 otherwise. I just think there's better rides that I've been on than the Swarm, to be honest. So number 9, our first coaster for me outside of the UK. Obviously I went to Potsdam, Japan a couple of weeks ago now, so go and check that vlog out if you haven't already. So number 9 is Anubis. So this is a Gerstlauer launch coaster. I think it sits 2 in a row, and there's like 3 rows, and there's quite a lot of trains on the circuit, so it's got a decent throughput. Now this is a good ride. It's got, I think, like 5 inversions, something like that. And actually, for a Gerstlauer coaster, obviously here in the UK we've got Soar and the Smiler. Both of them are very rough. Well, the Smiler's not too bad apart from the end. Soar is very rough, as I think Josh might mention. Soar isn't in my top 10. So yeah, but for Gerstlauer this is very good, Anubis. I think there's one part where there's a little bit of a jolt at the start, but other than that, it was nice and smooth. The launch as well, so basically you go out the station, you drop down to the right, just a little drop, and then you just launch. It's a rolling launch straight into it, and it's got a lot of kick to it. Like, it isn't a very long launch, but the snap is very, very snappy. And you go up into this top hat and around the rest of the layout. But I really enjoyed Anubis actually, more than I thought I would. And yeah, that launch pretty much puts it in number 9. So yeah, Anubis there. Now number 8 is Josh won't be very happy with this one. This definitely won't be in his number 10, or like in his top 10 at all. But I've got Nemesis Inferno. Now I actually enjoy Nemesis Inferno. I used to not like it at all. Josh obviously doesn't like it. He still doesn't like it. As I say, I used to not like it, but now I enjoy Inferno. Like, it's intense, it's got good elements, the theming's okay. I like the indoor section at the start, especially if the mist is on as well and the lighting's all nice. The loop is very intense, the interlocking corkscrews, that's really good, especially off-ride as well. That looks good from the pathway, you can get some nice shots of it as well. I just like the whole kind of jungle vibe about it, and like the layout's good, it's intense. It's not as good as Nemesis Reborn, as you'll find out, or you just have found out. But yeah, I still enjoy Nemesis Inferno. I enjoy it a lot more than I used to. So yeah, that goes number 8 for me. Now last one, and then we'll move over to Josh. Another one abroad, but not from Plopsaland Japan. This is Disneyland Paris. I went there about a year ago now, and that is Big Thunder Mountain. Now obviously this is a family coaster, but I know I said the theming, I'm looking more at the ride experience, but the theming on Big Thunder Mountain is exceptional. It can't be disregarded at all. As I say, as I said with the Swarm, if the theming wasn't there, if I wasn't taking it into account at all, this wouldn't be in the list. Don't get me wrong, the layout is actually really good. The indoor section at the end is really fast. It hits 50 miles per hour, I think, or around that anyway. It's pitch black, and you're just absolutely hauling through these elements in the dark, which is really good. But yeah, it's the theming that absolutely makes it. Obviously going around all these rocks, and it's like you're in the wilderness. Obviously that's why it's called Big Thunder Mountain. Queue line's really good, station's really good. The lighting package at night as well is really good. You've got a little splashdown element as well. You've got some pockets of airtime too as well, and some nice kind of curves and things like that, and helixes and stuff like that as well. So Big Thunder Mountain, it's an overall package, and yeah, it's a really good ride at Disneyland Paris.
So what's up, guys? Obviously a bit of a different setup here. Oh, sorry about that. And I've got quite a squeaky chair here, so just bear with me. As you can see, not at Tom's, so obviously we're going to Europa Park soon, Saturday, so it's currently the Thursday, flying on Saturday. It's supposed to be raining, unfortunately, but anyway, carry on with the video. I'm here because I didn't really have time to go to Tom's and film all this video at his house, so he's probably put his clip first, I assume. So obviously he's probably explained what's happened, but just in case, I'm going to be going through my top 10 coasters pre-Europa Park. So I haven't been on anything there at the moment, so just give you guys a recap of what my top 10 is. Obviously we've done a video on it before. So yeah, let's go through, starting at number 10. So right at the bottom of my top 10, I've got Galactica on Towers. There's much better. I mean, it's nice, it's quite relaxing, but they could definitely either get rid of it, and I wouldn't be like that upset about it. Sorry to the people that like Galactica, of course, because it is good, but it could be better. I'd at least take a retheme, you know, it just doesn't really match Forbidden Valley anymore. But yeah, there's not really much to say about it. In 9, I've got... No, sorry. In 9 is Galactica. In 10, I've got Gold Rush at Drayton Manor. I've already messed up. But yeah, bottom of the list, Gold Rush. I haven't got anything to fault it for. It's just, it does what it's supposed to. The theming's great, the ride experience is great. Obviously, not a thrill coaster, so the thrill coasters are above it, obviously. But for a family ride, it's just absolutely amazing. The theming, the layout, they've got different modes on it, and they've actually smashed it. The area around it as well is just really fantastic. So well done to Drayton Manor for that. It was really good for us to get on it for the first time. It was really enjoyable. So then obviously 9 is Galactica, as you already know. So number 8, we've got Soar at Thorpe Park. Not really much to say about these bottom 5, to be honest. Maybe one of the bottom 5. What is good about Soar? The indoor section is great because the theme is amazing in there. I think it's maybe starting to get a little bit rattly, which is a little bit concerning. Looking at the rest of the ride, because it's just occasionally you might get lucky and get a nice ride on it, but it's just so unlikely, and it's not great at all. Yeah, number 7, Oblivion. Can't really give you much description about Oblivion. It's a one-drop wonder sort of thing. The drop is great though. I mean, it's not really themed much, but it's a great ride. Don't get me wrong. It's iconic. Maybe it's time for a change at Alton Towers. I don't know if I'll get a bit of hate for that, but you know, it'd be sad to see it go. Obviously, I'll be more sad to see Oblivion go than Galactica. But it's what they can do with the space. There's not really a lot of room there for them to do anything, so who knows. But I'm going to cut the camera now because it's getting a bit long clip, and I've got to send all of these to Tom so he can do all the editing. So I'll be back with number 6.
Right, time for number 6 now, and in number 6, maybe a little bit low down the rankings for some people, but I've got the Wicker Man at Alton Towers, obviously a wooden coaster. Now, I think Wicker Man is a good ride. Theming's very good. It's an overall package. Obviously, it is like a family thrill coaster. To be honest, you probably could say it's a thrill coaster. I mean, it does fly around the track sometimes, especially kind of towards the back row, like at the end of the day as well. Is like the best experience of the Wicker Man that you can get. But for me, I don't know if it's just me, but sometimes it gives me like a bit of a headache. I don't know why. Obviously, it's not rough, but because it's a wooden coaster, it's not like really smooth, obviously, because you're not going to get that with a wooden coaster, and that sort of adds to it, I think, as well, with a wooden coaster. But I don't know, I think the layouts, it's okay. It's a little bit basic. You don't get like loads of airtime. You get little pockets here and there, but not much. You do get kind of thrown to the side and stuff, which I quite enjoy about the Wicker Man. That's always good. But I just think the layout's a little bit basic. Could do with some more airtime, and sometimes it gives me a headache. But the theming is good, and the ride experience is okay. It's okay. But moving on to number 5 now, and that is also at Alton Towers, is the Smiler. Obviously the world's first and only 14 inverting coaster. Obviously it goes upside down 14 times. If you don't know what an inversion is, more than any other in the world, which is a very impressive stat, and it looks impressive as well. If you just look at it off ride, you know, you have a hard time kind of knowing where the trains are going to go, unless you're a theme park enthusiast, and then you probably do know. But it sits 4 riders per row, and then 4 rows as well, so obviously 16 riders per train. Now, I think obviously manufactured by Gerstlauer as well as with Anubis earlier in the list. Now, it's a good ride. The only criticism really that I have with it is that it's not the smoothest. The ending is definitely the worst on the Smiler. The second part of the Cobra Roll and going into the first of like the 2 corkscrews at the end is pretty bad. Like it's bad. Definitely want to kind of stick your head forward for that one. Bit like that sort of thing. Yeah, that's what you need to do. And then also kind of when you crest the lift hill, you obviously drop down to the right and the left as well, because obviously it's got 2 lift hills. And you go into this kind of corkscrew, which is almost like a downwards corkscrew. That can be a bit rough as well, especially if it's towards the back row, is where it's the worst. Definitely, yeah, if you want to be at the front row for the Smile, if you can do. But the rest of it is pretty smooth. I'll give it that. Like, it's not too bad. The whole ride isn't rough. The rest of it, like I say, is okay. The airtime hill as well. There's 2, but the second one in particular is very good on the Smiler. You got the indoor inversion, that's lovely and smooth. That's really good as well at the start. The Sea Serpent Roll just before that airtime hill is great as well. And you got lots of other good inversions as well. So I think overall it's a great ride. Theming's pretty messed up, but it's quite good for the Smiler. I like the soundtrack as well. So overall it's a very good ride. So it comes in at number 5. All of these now, apart from number 1, all of these are very close. So yeah, Smiler for number 5 there. A great ride and a very impressive ride as well.
Right, so number 6, I've got Wicker Man at Alton Towers. Maybe slightly low. I mean, these top 6 are extremely close, except for the top 2. But 6, 5, 4, and 3. They're just so close together. It's just, it could go either order, and I'll be happy. But Wicker Man, just absolutely phenomenal ride at Alton Towers. The theming's great, the ride experience is great. It's so intense. It's just amazing. I really enjoy getting on Wicker Man at Alton Towers. Maybe the operations could maybe improve a little bit by, maybe it needs a single rider or something like that, because it's one of the only ones in the park that doesn't. Obviously you got Rita, you got Wicker Man as well, and off the top of my head I think that's it. Yeah, I mean, looking at all the other rides and how much they benefit from single rider, probably could do with one. Maybe a bit difficult just because it's 2-seater, but who knows, maybe we'll see something in the future. But moving on to number 5, the Swarm at Thorpe Park. Now the Swarm is just absolutely phenomenal ride. My first wing coaster. Obviously been on Mandrill Mayhem now, but that was a long after I'd been on the Swarm. So keep moving. Sorry, my phone's on charge and I keep knocking the wire. That's why the camera keeps moving, because I don't have a stand here. You're just on an empty bottle right now. But yeah, the Swarm. I think my favourite bit about the Swarm is it's difficult. Maybe it's so difficult because all of it's great. But I'm thinking maybe the wing over drop. It's maybe, I think, the best for me. But yeah, I really enjoy that. Either way, everything's great on the Swarm. The theme is great as well. The theme is fantastic. Like that, you got that big plane. You've got a helicopter in there as well. Obviously, you've got the water coming from, I think it joins up to the lake that's around Thorpe Park. Who knows? Pretty sure it does. And then obviously you've got that island behind the Swarm. Let's see what happens there. Hopefully we see something. And then, okay, moving on to number 4. I'm going to cut the camera again because it's getting long. The clip's getting long again, so I'll be back in a second.
Okay, moving on to number 4 now. Obviously 4 left, so I'm going to do the next 2. And that is going over to Thorpe Park now. And that is Stealth. Now, Stealth is a fantastic ride. Obviously it's a launch coaster manufactured by Intamin. It's been at the park for a good number of years now. At the time of recording, it's been shut for like nearly a month. No, probably a month, maybe just over a month. But luckily it has just reopened about a week ago. If that, actually, we just got on it a few days ago, which was great after not being able to go on it for about a month. And it makes you think, like, what is the future for Stealth? So definitely try and get as many rides in as you can on Stealth when you can, because yeah, who knows how long it has left, which is a shame because it's a great coaster. Obviously it's short, of course, that's the main drawback from Stealth, but I think that launch is incredible, especially at the front. That's definitely where it's at for the launch and Stealth. I'd say everything else apart from the launch is probably better on the back, but purely because of that launch at the front. I think overall the front row is the best row on Stealth. Obviously you go up into the top hat, really intense as you go up into that, and you get a lovely view for a split second at the top. If you're at the back, you then get pulled over the top hat. At the front, you just get that nice view and exposure, of course, the wind in your face. As you drop back down 205 feet high, obviously the second tallest coaster at the park and the third tallest in the UK. So very impressive start there as well. You've got an airtime hill as well at the end, which is great. Like, you get proper ejector airtime. Even though the brakes do start on that airtime hill, it doesn't take away from the airtime that you do get at that point of the ride. So overall, Stealth is a great ride. The theming maybe isn't quite there. I don't think it has loads of theme. I like the WWTP radio around it. That gives quite a good feel good factor around Stealth. And overall, it is just like the ride experience is incredible, and that's why it's there in number 4 for me. A brilliant ride, which is Stealth.
So number 4, I've got Smiler. Maybe a bit controversial for some. I'm sorry that I keep having to. That's what I mean. I need it. Hold on. Let me unplug it. If I die, if it, it's not my fault. Oh my. This is not going well, guys. There we go. Right, stay there. Yeah, the Smiler, great ride. Getting a bit rough at the end. Only the final 3 elements, the second half of the Cobra Roll and the 2 corkscrews at the end. Only rough bits for me. I don't know if anyone else has other opinions. We'll be happy to hear if you want to put them in the comments. But yeah, I mean, the best element on the Smiler, that second airtime hill, and oh my god, it's absolutely insane. Tom can't really feel it anymore after being on Ride to Happiness, which maybe I'm slightly jealous of, but we'll be going there soon, so I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, Smiler, great ride, great theming. The queue line's fantastic. Obviously, you've got an outdoor section that you're going underneath the ride. You've got that indoor section as well, which I think is a great touch. You've got like the projectors in there, which are really cool, but not quite making it into the top 3. And here we go. Number 3, I've got Stealth at Thorpe Park. Obviously been closed for quite some time now, reopened the other day. Not too sure if it closed down again. I think maybe it did, which is a real shame. I don't know if it's back open again, haven't checked, but fantastic. Obviously I won't say it's like Oblivion, like as in it's just the launch and then done sort of thing, you know. Like Oblivion, it's like the drop and then you're done, and then Stealth is kind of similar in a way where it just does like a launch and then you come back down sort of thing, but it's so different. Like the launch is just so intense. It's just obviously the fastest accelerating coaster, 0 to 80 in 1.8 seconds, I think I'm right in saying that. But the Stealth, oh, it's just amazing. I like going fast personally. Maybe my favorite kind of coaster. I think launch coasters and inverts. I like invert coasters. I say inverts if there's as if there's more than one, but there's only one. But yeah, launch coasters, just not so much. I'm not saying Rita. I like Rita. I like the launch on Rita, not the layout, because it's rough and it's just rubbish. The launch is great, obviously, on Rita, and on Stealth it's just absolutely phenomenal. You got that Mandrill Mayhem launch that we've been on, that's absolutely amazing as well. But yeah, just for me, all launch coasters just amazing. And I'm gonna have to end this clip very quickly because it's getting long, so I'll be back with the top 2. So in second, I've got controversial Hyperia at Thorpe Park. I've got nothing to fault the ride. It's just I prefer, obviously you know what's left, but I prefer this one in first place. I have no fault with Hyperia. Getting a bit rattly in the valleys for some reason now, since they've added some new supports underneath the seats. So they're like that. They're like triangle shaped. Yeah, it's really weird. It's just in the valleys, maybe just because that's the most intense part and it's got a lot of forces going through it. But yeah, favourite element on Hyperia, I think probably the stall. Doesn't stall as much as it used to. Well, I think it does now. It got new wheels and then it didn't really stall, and then I think they've got rid of a few of them and it slowed it down a little bit, but I don't think it stalls anywhere near as much. But I've absolutely nothing to fault Hyperia about. The area's like okay, the ride's phenomenal, the station's very good. The queue line, the queue line's still pretty good as well because you're quite close to the ride. But obviously my number 1 is Nemesis Reborn at Alton Towers. Just every single thing about this ride I just love so much. The queue not so much, but it doesn't get long anyway, so it's kind of okay. Just let's run through a few things. Like the station, absolutely amazing, outside and inside. They've just everything they could possibly think of, they did, and they did it well. The layout of the ride, just absolutely amazing. What else have we got? Just like the repainted track, the red and the black, just amazing as well. You got the soundtracks, amazing as well. The Forbidden Valley area is brilliant. Obviously, maybe ruined a bit by Galactica. Not really fitting the theme, but yeah, just Nemesis at Alton Tower is just absolutely amazing. My favourite element for that is probably the downwards helix. Yeah, I don't really have anything else. I'm just a Nemesis glazer, as they call it, you know. And I imagine Tom is probably, if he's gone before me, I imagine his Nemesis is in third, I think. What is it? Yeah, because he'll probably, I know what'll happen first. But yeah, that's pretty much everything from me. So I'm not sure if I'm going to hand you back to Tom now and he's going to do the outro, but maybe I'll do my own. I don't really do the outros. Never mind, I'm not going to do an outro. I'll let Tom do it. But yeah, it was a bit of a struggle at the start of the video trying to keep my camera upright, but we made it through the list, and that is my top 10 pre-Europa Park. And yeah, we'll probably do another video when we come back of post-Europa Park top 10. And I'm predicting that Voltron is going to be my number 1, and maybe Woden in the top 3. But you got Silver Star and Blue Fire as well. But anyway, that's it from me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Okay, number 3 now is going back to Alton Towers, new for last year, and that is Nemesis Reborn. Of course, revamped from its original 1994 state into Nemesis Reborn, new for 2024, and Nemesis is a fantastic ride. Wherever you sit on this coaster, you're going to get a great ride. Personally, I like the back right is the best seat on Nemesis, I think. The front's good as well, you get the near misses really well on the front. Honestly, your feet get so close to some of the rocks around the ride, which really makes it for Nemesis. It's more intense than Nemesis Inferno, I find, not by loads, but I think it is slightly more intense. And again, the fact that you get so close to some of the objects around really makes it and sets it apart from any other B&M invert in the world. Of course, it is manufactured by Bolliger and Mabillard, otherwise known as B&M. But yeah, I love Nemesis. At the back right, you get proper whip round the first corkscrew, and that's my favourite part of the ride actually for Nemesis, is that first corkscrew. I like the 0G roll as well over the station. Of course, you got the smoke effect as well there, the loop, and then of course the other corkscrew at the end, which again you get really good near miss on that last corkscrew right at the end of the ride. In terms of the theming for Nemesis, obviously the old Nemesis, it had a decent theme. It was very kind of obviously this alien creature, but that was about it. It sort of just landed here and that's about it. But for Nemesis Reborn, they really expanded on that story with the alien creature, but also the phalanx now coming into it, obviously kind of capturing Nemesis and doing lots of like tests and stuff on it. And you've got the whole Seek the Truth as well. So the theming is great for Nemesis Reborn. The station from the outside and the inside is fantastic, probably the best station in the country. Queue line is great as well. The soundtrack is amazing for Nemesis Reborn. Absolutely love that soundtrack. It really adds to it as well. Obviously the track has got the veins on it and everything, so it looks really good. Kind of off-ride and everything from Nemesis Reborn, but then the experience on the ride as well is just as good as well. So yeah, Nemesis Reborn is a fantastic ride, and I'm really glad that Alton Towers did keep it around. Well, here we go into the final two now. Now, I'd say for these two, the rest of them are very good rides. Obviously, the further you've got, they've got better. But I'd say all of them are very good rides. You know, Nemesis Reborn is a really good ride. Stealth is a great ride. But I think these top two, I would consider as world-class rides. I think one more so than the other, obviously, because you've got number 1 and 2. But I'll just get straight into it. Number 2 is new again for last year. That is Hyperia at Thorpe Park. Now, of course, it used to be my number 1 coaster, and it is a fantastic ride, don't get me wrong at all. In terms of my favourite seat on Hyperia, or my favourite row, it's really difficult. I love the front because you get that view, you get the exposure, you feel that 81 miles per hour up front more than you do on any of the other rows as well. The back row, the first drop is incredible on the back row. The Inelman as well is better on the back. I think overall I prefer the front for Hyperia, but anywhere you sit it's going to be an amazing ride. Obviously the theme is kind of this goddess and kind of find your fearless. It hasn't really got loads of theming, it's more stylized, as they say. which I think suits the ride. I don't think it looks bad. Fearless Valley, the area around Hyperia, looks really good, and it's actually been kind of freshened up a little bit for this year, so it looks even better than it did last year. But it is all about the ride experience for Hyperia. Some of the standout moments on the ride is that first drop. As I say, at the back you get pulled over the top of the lift hill and then whipped round 180 degrees as you drop 236 feet, the tallest coaster in the UK. That first drop is probably one of the best first drops anywhere in the world. You got the Innerman as well, which is very intense going up into it, and you get a bit of airtime at the top. At the back you get pulled down that drop from the Innerman, which is really good as well. And then after that, I don't even know how to explain it, but you go into this outer bank at the front. Anywhere you sit, but particularly towards the front, you get kind of ejector airtime as you're going into this like crazy outer bank angle, and then you get a little bit of hang time at the top. But actually they put new wheels on Hyperia, so it goes through it a lot faster than it did. So yeah, you're at this crazy angle, getting like sustained airtime as you then kind of roll over into this like crazy inversion as you drop back down. Obviously, again, another massive element. It's difficult to explain because like there's nothing else on the coaster anywhere in the world like it. But yeah, that is my favourite part of the ride. On the front it's the outer bank, on the back it's the first drop for me. And then of course you go into another great element, that is the stall. You don't get as much hang time as you used to. Like I say, they changed the wheels, but still get a lot of hang time, like a good amount. Again, not as much as you used to, but yeah, you do just dangle there with a lap bar, like 160 feet in the air probably, and the lap bar really makes it on Hyperia, of course manufactured by Mack Rides. And then you got a wave turn and a bit of an airtime hill into the brake run, which is good as well. You get pockets of airtime, both of those elements. So yeah, that is number 2. Hyperia is by far the best UK coaster that we've ever had, and yeah, but it doesn't beat number 1, which I'm about to tell you. I just cut the camera because the clips kind of get long. I spoke about Hyperia a lot there. But... okay, now time has come. Number 1 is another Mack Rides coaster, and it is located at Plopsaland Japan. It is, of course, the Ride to Happiness. Now, this ride, I don't know how to explain some of the... I don't know how to explain it, honestly, it's insane. I thought Hyperia was amazing, and it is, but when you go on to Ride to Happiness, yeah, it's got to be one of the best rides in the world. We haven't done loads around the world, but I can see why it's absolutely at the, like, right at the top. I'm looking forward to seeing how Voltron at Europa Park compares to Ride to Happiness. I don't think it's going to be Ride to Happiness, but we'll see, we'll find out. Obviously we'll be doing vlogs from Europa Park, so stay tuned for those, probably in about a week's time. But Ride to Happiness is insane. Of course, it's a Mack Rides extreme spinning coaster. That means the cart that you're sat in spins as you're going around in these inversions and airtime, everything. I don't know where to start really with Ride to Happiness, where you dispatch out the station. You've got this kind of inversion that is very close to the ground, like it feels a lot closer than it probably is, but you go through it so slow, especially at the front. You get so much hang time, and literally it feels like you're about to fall out. So that's an amazing start to the ride. The launch as well, obviously you're spinning on the launch, that absolutely makes it. It's got quite a bit of kick to it as well. And then you go up into this kind of prolonged top hat section. The airtime as you go up into it is insane. I've never experienced airtime quite like that on a coaster. It's more at the front, and then you get absolutely pulled down that drop if you're at the back. And then you go into this like banana roll and the loop, and all of that's crazy as of course you're spinning. And you do this kind of, I think there's like 2 corkscrews on Ride to Happiness, or maybe 3, I'm not sure. But basically, if you're facing forward, you do a corkscrew, feels pretty normal. But if you're facing like here or here, it feels like you're doing a backflip or a front flip basically. And if you're facing backwards, then it's like a backwards inversion, which is again really cool. So honestly, the inversions of Ride to Happiness are insane when it's like that, because like I say, it's like you're doing a front flip or a back flip. You got a second launch as well with an airtime hill, so you get a nice bit of airtime, more towards the back I would say for that one. And then yeah, you go up into this, I don't know what it's called, it's basically like a corkscrew, but then you go over and basically do another one. Again, that's just insane. You then got an airtime hill, which again is crazy ejector airtime as you then twist around to the left. Really intense that part as you kind of go around this little bit of a kind of a lake. Again, very intense. And then you've got 2 final airtime hills into the brake run, which again, I've never experienced airtime, quite like it. Crazy ejector airtime, like my legs generally hurt at the end of the day because of the airtime that you get on Ride to Happiness, all while spinning as well. So yeah, it's a crazy ride. Like, I don't know if anything will beat that. Probably one day something will, but probably not for a long time, I don't think. The Ride to Happiness is a crazy ride. If you haven't gone to Plopsaland Japan to ride that, make sure you do, because it's absolutely insane. Well, there you go. There is my top 10 and of course Josh's top 10 as well. Let us know in the comments what your kind of top 10, top 5 coasters are in the world, or what your number 1 is. We'd love to know, so let us know in the comments down below. If you think our list is a bit dodgy here and there, also let us know. It's always good to hear your opinions. But hopefully you've enjoyed the video. It's a shame Josh couldn't be here to record with it, but it's alright. We're about to be in Europa Park for like 5 days together, so I think we'll be fine. And yeah, obviously stay tuned for those vlogs coming up in about a week's time from Europa Park. Really looking forward to getting on. Obviously Voltron is the main attraction there for us, but of course lots of the other rides as well. So yeah, stay tuned for all those videos coming up soon to the channel. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this one. We'll probably do an updated one when we get back from Europa Park, or maybe after we've been to Plopsaland Japan together. That's not confirmed, but we probably will, because we need to get Josh on Ride to Happiness. So yeah, we'll do an updated one of this in a few months' time probably, and see what's changed, because I'm sure a lot will do. But yeah, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button as well, turn on the notifications and things like that so you know when we upload, and we'll see you all at Europa Park. How exciting!